Coming up on this episode of Luke and Pete Talking Shit. We are recording late. This podcast is being currently recorded late because of you two.
No, don't blame.
It was because of them two.
Okay, did you have an overreaction?
I had a reaction.
Oh, no, you've admitted it was an overreaction.
It was between me and you, it was. But to them, I'd fucking tell them straight as well. And it was your fault. It was your fault. Those two YouTube comments.
Yeah, but listen to I'm mean, man. You need
and they know who they are. Because you both fucking deleted the comment very quickly.
Hey guys, welcome back to Luke and Pete
Talking Shit.
The place where Luke and Pete
talk that shit
every single week. How are we doing, Sheetsters?
Welcome back, you lot.
Listen, we've had a hectic week this week.
You're lucky this episode's out.
Me and Pete had a bit of a Barney. The podcast was nearly over.
Caused by some of you lot. We want to be honest about it.
What was the problem, Pete?
Two fucking people in the comments.
Okay.
Yep. You need to talk about it.
Go on.
There's no point in ignoring it.
Go on.
Two people came at me from our Patreon. Got a serious issue with it, what you said.
Do you know what I thought? I thought, what if the patron person, who commented first, deleted there, it's like, oh.
And then signed up as another thing.
And then that, you know?
No, I don't know. Maybe they're related.
I don't know.
Because they're both Asian.
Were they?
I think so. Can we say the name?
No, that's the names. But all right, basically, what it was, was that somebody accused Pete of being prejudiced towards my kids.
And Pete, I don't stand for that shit. I'm not going to take it from any of you lot.
Pete's
You don't know the relationship I have with his kids. That sounds weird. But
I know them intimately.
No, you don't know the relationship.
When they go to sleep, hey boys. Uncle Pete just got it. Hey boys, don't worry. Don't be alarmed. Don't be alarmed.
No, I have a good relationship with his kids. Don't ever come at me. Don't ever come at me. Don't dare ever come at me and say, "Oh, Luke, doesn't it always upset you that Pete?" Don't try that around me, because you're not going to get a good response.
No, my point. Okay, so what happened is that Pete responded quite negatively. Yeah. Now I'm going to be honest,
because I speak from the heart.
I'm going to be honest. What people say, comments wise, does not if it's negative, it does not affect me. I'm not bothered by negative comments. Like even sometimes when you lot say, some people say things like, "Oh, Pete, you're my favorite," and I'm like, I don't mind. Like, go. Like,
no, but that happens a lot more than this. Some people will say, "Oh, Pete, you're my favorite."
Yeah. So it's, but that's kind of say when someone says that, it's kind of being like letting up. You're not.
But they say that to you.
Like if there was 4 people on the panel, at least it's like 3. You could console it. The other 3 can console each other. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. When it's just 2 people, it's like. Do you know what I mean? Like if it's a boy band, you'd be like, the other 3 would be like, we don't mind. No. But it's like when it's just one-on-one, you're like, well, you're basically saying that you don't like the other guy.
No, but I've been on the receiving end of that where they're one guy was like, "Oh, I love," like a nice guy, like one of our patrons. They sent us a message going, "Oh, I love this podcast, like Pete with his silly, stupid comments," and I thought, "Oh, okay." And then Luke with his witty comments. I'm like, I'm witty too.
Yeah, but,
like I can be witty.
No, but Pete,
I say witty things.
Someone said they found me really funny, Pete, and you react. You're like, you fucking. Pete, repeat, like, you react negative. Like, if I get praise, you react negatively to that.
Oh, well,
if you get praise, you're like, oh, this guy.
Yeah, but when you attack me like that, and she did an eye roll as well, or he, don't care what you are. They did an eye roll. Don't eye roll me. Don't eye roll me. Because you're not going to get a good response back. Fucking eye rolling. Don't do that.
But my point is this, I don't think... Pete, what happened was Pete responded negatively. Now, I don't think you should respond negatively. And then me and Pete got in a big argument about it. And Pete wouldn't answer my calls.
And I was going to message you both directly and let you fucking have it from the heart. But luckily I didn't. Thank God for that.
But
and lucky for you as well.
The truth is,
I did honestly think if I let them know honestly, I was worried about them killing themselves.
Oh, really?
I was thinking they may take this. Oh my! Because I was going to message being like, just so you know, you're personally responsible for the end of the podcast. You fucking dumb. Okay. I was going to say that.
Okay. So
both of you dumb.
So Pete responded. So Pete responded. I told Pete not to. Pete didn't listen to me. He stopped listening.
I was so angry.
So he wouldn't take my calls, and then he responded. So I was like, "F this. You're not. This is both of our thing. You're taking things on board of your own and doing it yourself." I'm like, that's not fair. So I stopped responding to him, and I sent him a message saying maybe we should just take a break from the podcast. He shit himself after. No, I didn't. He sent me a message. He sent me a message the night before, calling me a spineless, a spineless weasel. Yeah. And then in the morning, he erased the message and he thought, okay. Then I sent him my message saying, I think the podcast.
No, I sent you a message going, what time we recording today?
Yeah. And then I sent a message back saying, yeah, I think we should take a break from the podcast. The things that you're doing is out of order. And then then I would answer his calls. Then he's like, you're being immature. I said, my cousin told me I should just focus on my stand-up and not do the podcast. He had to put in a message, I think your cousin gave you terrible advice. Because I know that get under his nerve, that get under his skin.
I did, because I normally think your cousin gives good advice, but in that situation, I thought, what a fucking stupid to give you that advice.
Yeah, so that happened, and then
so the podcast, we are recording late. This podcast is being currently recorded late because of you two.
No, don't blame.
It was because of them two.
Okay, did you have an overreaction?
I had a reaction.
Oh no, you've admitted it was an overreaction.
It was between me and you. It was. Well, to them, I'd fucking tell them straight as well. And it was your fault. It was your fault. Those two YouTube comments.
Yeah, but listen to mean, man.
They know who they are. Because you both fucking deleted the comment very quickly.
Oh, did the other guy delete it?
Both fucking deleted it very quickly. Very goddamn quickly when they got the response that they didn't like. Yeah? But you did agree with the response, obviously. But just, obviously, one bit you were a bit like, yeah. You did agree.
Yeah, you relax. Technically, it was me that responded, wasn't it?
Well, it was because you just didn't have the time at the time. But
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. But listen, my point is, watch this. This is the truth, yeah? Pete is my brother from another mother, yeah? Pete says wild stuff to me all the time, but I know his heart is in the right place, yeah? I've got another friend who said some wild stuff to me, but I know where their heart comes from. Do you know what I mean? Like, I can be around Pete in my worst times. He doesn't come and he doesn't look down on me. He doesn't feel like he's better than me. He does feel like he's better than me, actually.
Well, sometimes.
Yeah.
But that's friendship.
What, feeling like you're better than your friend?
Well, you do weigh up against each other.
Do you weigh up against me? You'll go, okay.
No, I do. I'll go, yeah. I'll weigh up against you and be like, okay, that will make me a better person. Match that.
Okay.
Do you get what I mean?
But my point is this. I never look at Pete and feel like...
I think badly of his sons.
No, I
can let them know.
That doesn't even come close. I never thought you thought bad. Okay. I tell you, I'll give you an example of something Pete has said. Yeah, just to show you the kind of person he is. So my youngest son, is going through his driving lessons at the moment. Yeah, Pete was like, this is exactly what Pete says. So Pete said, "Sticking on the business, Luke. Sticking on the business." Yeah, I'm like, that's such a nice thing. And then he went, and in the next break, you think about it, he goes, he can do our driving for us then, right? He can drive us around the country when we need to go places. And I'm like, me. But he's like, sticking on the business. Now, if you'd have asked Pete, will you pay for him out of your own pocket? Pete, like, hey, let's go too far here. Yeah. But the business money, sticking on the business, Luke. Sticking on the business.
By the bid,
you know what I mean? Like he doesn't, Pete. Yeah. He's not like...
No, you're not going to get me on some sort of fucking agenda that you are trying to fucking pin.
I'll give you another example. Like when my sons come and help us out at the show, we give them a little pocket money. Yeah. Pete wants to make sure that...
They see
that me. We both hand it to them at the same time.
Because I don't want them thinking you've just given it to them.
Yeah.
It's a collective, no, you've done the good job, there's the money.
Yeah, so it's like, I don't know. He wants... a big family environment. He wants a big family
environment. And how can you be family if you can't have a few racist jokes thrown around?
He wants his son to meet my sons and my daughter. He's like, yeah, Luke, they got to be together. They got to know each other.
Yeah, so when you come at me in the comments like that, that's fucking disgraceful. So I take that personally. I take that to heart and forget, like I don't care that you're on our Patreon or whatever. Like, I take that personally.
So just to let you know, and it is true. Pete is an emotional person.
Yep.
Yeah. So if you go at him, he can't help himself.
If you come at me, I will come at you twice and back you into the wall, reverse angle. All right? Non-sexually. just an attack.
All right, let's go move on.
But you got to address it and say, what do we think? Like, what do you think of them too? What have you got to say to them?
Like, you're not prejudiced.
Yeah, so tell them to chill the fuck out.
Yeah, guys, I don't think it works.
No, tell them.
Literally, watch this. I respect you lot's opinion, yeah, and I can take your digs. If you want to say something to me about me, say it. I don't care.
No, I can take it.
You can't.
No, I can take it.
No,
I just ain't gonna fucking stand for it if it's a load of shit. Don't come at me with that fucking woke shit, Luke.
No, but this is what I'm saying.
Don't come at me with, Luke, is he being prejudiced? No, because I will fucking let you know what's what in the comments, And obviously I have to calm myself down back. It winds me up. I can't get so stressed out about it.
This is what I mean. You can't take it.
No, I can't. It's just like, you don't fucking push an agenda. We ain't here to fuck about. If you can't take the laughs, get the fuck out. In a welcome exit.
Shouldn't we have the same thing about ourselves?
In what sense?
That if we can't take people, we should be able to take people's opinions as well, right?
Not to that, no, because then you're inviting like anything to be said, and I'm not inviting that.
I don't give a
yeah, you don't give a but I'm like, no, I'm not gonna have someone say that about me. That's the difference between me and you.
Yeah, but I don't know. I don't mind defending myself. If you say something about me, I don't mind defending. I don't mind, but I think
I think I go to 100 miles an hour and then you try and calm me down.
I feel like there should be a it should be a conversation rather than censorship. I don't want to censor anybody. I'm
not censoring them. I'm just saying if you don't fucking like it.
But you attack. What I feel you do is you attack.
No, I received an attack and then I got the army, got the boys out and let them have it back. You want to attack? Receive it back. Don't have an issue. Deleted their comment. Proceed out. Retreated. No. You want to attack? Receive my attack. In an agreement of we're attacking each other. No, turn your back.
Yeah.
Again.
Assume the position.
No, but that's what I'm saying. I'm not like you can't come at me with that. It's just not going to cut it on this podcast. If you're going to come and listen to this podcast, I'll be honest with you lot now. Come and listen. Have a laugh. Don't take it too personally. Don't fucking try an agenda with me and him. It ain't going to happen. Because I ain't going to personally let it happen. And he's definitely not going to let it happen. We went toe to toe. You almost caused a breakdown of the podcast.
No, they never.
They almost caused a fucking serious argument.
Yeah, but it's not. It wasn't.
Get over it.
It wasn't due to the. It wasn't due to the comment that was made. I didn't believe that at all.
If the comment wasn't made, it wouldn't have happened. Let's be honest.
No, I think it would have happened eventually.
Possibly, but they were to blame for this one. So just know yourselves and give you a little self-a-clip around the ear. Yeah, is that fair?
Yeah.
Yeah, you better. Yeah. Let them be fair about it.
All right. What I wanted to talk about, just to let you guys know, for those of you who are wondering,
is this a main episode?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Letting everyone know the dirty laundry, then, are we?
Yeah.
Sorry to name and shame.
Yeah. We got a Patreon.
Funnily enough, the cunts that turned on us. That could be you. You want to sign up to our Patreon?
Where you don't get more of a say than you do. In fact, you get no more of a say.
You get no more of a say than what you do normally. No, you can, but just don't be.
You know what? You've got to put on the padded gloves with Pete. You've got to handle him delicately. That's
and don't talk as if I'm not there. Like, don't address Luke as if I'm not there. No, I fucking read that. I'll read your comment. I'll read it, and I'll.
This is trying
to get people in. Yeah, but friendly comments are welcome. You can come in and join.
There's a lot of content on the Patreon.
Even though we have a harsh time with certain Patreonies, we do have a good time with the other ones.
We have a good time with them all.
We do have a good time with them all.
This is me.
But this is the motto. Anybody can get it.
Anybody can. American, Mexican.
African, Mexican.
Yeah. Why'd you go straight to African?
Because that's a nice one to say. African. African, Mexican.
The prejudice raises ugly.
Georgia man.
Yeah, Georgia man. All right, but sign up. Go check it out. Check out our Patreon. It's all uncensored.
Yeah, it's all uncensored. It's £3 a month. Basically, let's break it down. What you get an extra episode every week on top of this week's episode that you see for free. Right. We also do Luke versus Pete challenges. You get the whole back catalogue of what we've done over the past 3 years since the podcast's been running.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now we got £3 tier. We've also got a £5 tier where you can become a producer of the show and also get a hair follicle on my head named after you. And that's also for the £20 tier. But that's if you got the jingle jangle.
Yeah. Okay. So that's all the fun stuff over there.
So check that out.
All the episodes are uncensored. You get all the swear words. All the bits and pieces of what we think that the normal guys can't handle.
Yeah.
But the special Patreonies, they get it.
And some of the Patreonies can't even handle it.
You get that extreme stuff.
Yeah.
That extreme.
You get the real deal.
You get the real prejudice over there. Where even the sons can. Anybody can get it. Luke Sands can get it.
Who's Luke Sands?
Luke Sands.
Luke Sands. Oh, you just made it happen.
Yeah. All right. All right. I want to talk about this happened to me this week here.
Yeah.
Have you ever been in a situation where you've done something wrong? And I took my daughter. I bought my daughter a new bed. Yeah, and I took her old bed down. Yeah, and I went to my friend's house and I put it in his his communal bin.
Yeah.
So the bed frame, yeah. So I put it in his bin.
Oh yeah, you are a bit flippant with rubbish.
Yeah. So I put it in his bin, but it kind of blocked the door. So my friend was walking out, and one of the person who removes the communal area is like, yeah, this place is getting ridiculous with the mess now. I open up the door, couldn't even get in there because of this bed frames there, and my mate's like, what? Dude, now my what's going on? And I'm like.
Wait, was it your bed that you were staying in?
What?
Was it your bed?
My daughter's old bed.
It's your daughter's old bed?
Yeah.
Oh, but it was your mate that said it?
No, the person who sorts out their communal area.
Oh, right, yeah.
The cleaner person.
Yeah,
it's like, this place is getting worse and worse. People just dumping their rubbish. And I'm like they were arguing about it, and I'm like.
That was me. Yeah, because you can't say anything.
Yeah.
Because if later on they're like, I've got the CCTV of who did it, and you're like, oh, I was arguing and said disgraceful.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, have you ever been in a situation where you've done something wrong, and where someone's complaining about someone doing something wrong, and it was you that done it?
I've definitely been in that situation where I'm like, but when I'm in that situation, like I have to argue for myself, but not let them know it's me that was.
Really? They might not have had any way to get rid of the bed. They may not have. I've looked too suspicious. They may not have to get rid of it. Don't blame the person.
No, you don't go full on that side. You don't go fully in favor of that side. You throw in a little pebble.
Yeah.
You go, maybe they didn't have enough space to get rid of the bed.
Where should they put it? Just a future reference.
Yeah, I know. But then you go, do you know what? Yeah. Then you take their side again. Do you know what? Yeah, it is taking the mick. It is taking the mick.
No, you can't say it's taking. The CCTV comes out. CCTV goes. It was taking the mick. But is this you?
No, but I did say, like, I knew I was taking the mick when I did it, but I did say, maybe they didn't have anywhere to put it. It is embarrassing to be caught red-handed.
It is. That is the worst situation
that's
ever.
To be caught my palms. That's what makes my palms sweaty.
What, when you get caught red-handed
when
in a lie?
Someone calls you out to your face
in a lie.
Yeah. Like a bad lie as well.
Well, why are you trying to distinguish it?
No, because some lies are like where you don't really know the person that well.
Yeah.
And then they're like, yeah, but I know it was you. And then you're like, oh.
Really?
Has
that happened to you before?
It's definitely happened to me. I just can't pinpoint what's happened.
I'm trying to think. One second. When have I been caught out red-handed in a lie?
In a lie? But because I've told loads of lies.
I'm trying to think. Hold on.
No, there's been one where, but I'm trying to think what it was, but there's been one where it was discussed behind my back. They said we were all there together, and I was like, I can't remember what it was. I'm trying to think what it was. What was it? Oh.
Hey guys, sorry to interrupt.
Sorry to interrupt, guys. Do you know what we find interesting?
50% of you are listening.
But don't subscribe.
You're not hitting the follow button.
You're not hitting the follow button.
Now, you don't understand. The metrics really help us out tremendously.
We're doing the diary of the CEO thing that the guy does. Yeah. So do us a favor. Sorry to interrupt the episode. Hit the follow button. Drop a like. Give us a follow.
Please, if you can do that, it helps us out a lot.
Thank you, guys.
Please, don't just say, I'll do it at the end because you'll forget.
Do it now.
Just hit the follow button now for us, please.
Thank you.
Thank you.
My auntie made me some tuna pasta and she left me to it to eat. And I was about 15, 16. So at the age where,
You're responsible.
So I tried to eat it. I tried to eat it with everything. And then I couldn't eat it. So I threw it in the bin. But it dribbled down the bin, right? So then... But then other people had tuna pasta. So it could have been either one of the kids, right? So then they were all talking about it, right? And or other people had pasta, yeah.
Yeah.
And so I thought it's fine. I'll just say I don't know who it was, right? Because she was like, "Oh, who threw out the pasta?"
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Oh, don't know who it was."
Yeah.
She goes, "Pete, you sure you don't know who it was?" And we're all talking about it. I'm like, "Well, it couldn't have been me because I finished before everyone else." So. Like, I was finished fine quickly.
Yeah.
And I thought, when you think the lie's going well?
Yeah.
So everyone's there like, yeah, it couldn't have been Pete. And I'm like, yes, I've got it. I've got them because everyone agrees now.
Yeah. I've got everyone on the same page.
Everyone on the same page. So we're all playing. Then what happened was I left. I got picked up. Then it came back the next week. And no. My cousin was like, yeah, you threw out your tuna pasta, didn't you? I was like, what? I didn't start out my tuna pasta. She's like, no, you did. We know it was you. And I said, no, you don't know it was me. And then her mum came in. She was like, Pete, you threw out the tuna pasta? And I said, how do you lot know? And I had to come clean. I was like, how do you know? No, I didn't throw out the tuna pasta. And they were like, because they didn't have tuna pasta. We gave you tuna pasta because you were 15.
Why could you use 15?
I don't know. They thought it was they gave them all plain pasta.
Just pasta on its own?
Or pasta with tomato sauce.
With no.
So they've worked it out behind my back.
Really?
And knew at the time I was lying. And then all had a chat about it. And then they said they didn't bring it up to me at the time because they didn't want to hurt my feelings. Yeah. And it was embarrassing because I kept lying so hardly. Yeah. I was fighting so much.
Do you know what? It's so interesting when you catch someone.
But doing that as an adult is super embarrassing.
Yeah, catching someone in a lie is so interesting.
Yeah.
When you catch someone and you're like, I know you're lying. I've done it. I've seen women do it so often. I know they're lying. And I'll just be like this, yeah. And you'll be like, yeah, do you think I'll do this? And I'm like, I know for a fact you're lying. And it makes me not want to trust anyone.
Yeah, because they're cringily lying.
They overreact. They overreact to things. Yeah.
Yeah.
And they'll be like, would I lie? Would I lie? And I'm like,
yeah.
I know you're lying. I know the facts.
Charlotte, at one point, I've caught Charlotte out in a lie.
Really?
Yeah, where she said she was going through, because I've got work colleagues that are women.
Yeah.
When I worked in the office.
Yeah.
And they're just friends, but they will chat on WhatsApp.
Yeah.
And they'll message and they'll say, you're hilarious. That was hilarious what you did or whatever in the office. And now I'll reply yeah, okay, whatever. Right? But then Charlotte, so I'd gone off my phone. Right?
Yeah.
But those messages were from a few days ago.
Yeah.
Right?
But they were found. You found.
But when
amateur. She's an amateur.
She's an amateur.
She left down the top of the pile. She left down the top of the pile. She should have taken a couple more abs to cover up.
Sorry.
Listen, no, sorry. Let me say, you're an amateur. What you have to do is, if you're reading the message and you see, okay, this app, and then this app, and then you don't.
WhatsApp. So on WhatsApp, when I clicked on WhatsApp, it came up on that message. I was like, that was 4 days ago. That couldn't have been now.
Yeah.
That was a few days ago. That couldn't have been. That wasn't me. I went to Charlotte. I said,
go back down and go back.
I went to Charlotte and said, you looked through my phone.
Yeah.
She's like, no, I didn't. I said, you looked through my phone. Don't lie. I know what you did. You looked through my phone. I said, you don't trust me. Is that what it is? You don't trust me.
What did she say?
She said, no, I trust you. I haven't looked through your phone. I said, yes, you did. You looked through my phone and you looked at the message that I had with my colleague. I know what you did. And then later on, and she lied that morning. And then later on in the day, she came back. She went, Yeah, sorry, I did look through your phone, and I trust you now. Yeah, because you didn't find anything.
How long ago was this?
This was like this is about 5-6 years ago. Like,
oh really?
7 years ago, yeah.
Oh really? Yeah,
But she just, women sometimes have to have a flick through the phone just to see if the trust is still there.
Everybody
does it.
Everybody does it. Everybody does it.
I can forgive it. I
don't think it's nothing you have to forgive.
I think it's just the air of security.
It's insecurity.
Insecurity, a bit of intrigue, a bit of, is it possible he's sending some messages and stuff?
Yeah, I
did find that funny.
That is so funny. Yeah, when you, because I've done that to my kid's mum. I've gone for, I don't find shit in there.
Well, yeah, but she obviously deletes it.
Sorry,
she obviously deletes it. What
are you trying to say?
What, you've gone to her phone?
Yeah, what do you mean she obviously deletes it?
What are you looking for?
What do you mean? Hold on 1 second. What do you mean she obviously deletes it?
Well, if she has done anything.
No.
Would we be correct in thinking if she has done anything, she's deleted it?
No. What do you mean she obviously deleted it?
If she has done something, it's been deleted.
Why?
Because it's not there.
So maybe she hasn't done anything.
No, yeah, that is one possibility.
So why is that not the top possibility?
No, it could be. She could have not done anything, but she also could have.
But you leant towards, obviously she deleted it.
It's suspicious to have no activity with anyone in there.
What activity would Charlotte have in her phone?
To be honest, I've never gone through her phone. I've never really wanted to. I can't be arsed with the hassle that I do see she's cheating on me.
Really?
I couldn't be arsed with that.
You're like, what's that song? I don't wanna know. Yes, you do me.
I don't wanna know. Is that what that song means?
Yeah, I don't wanna know.
If you lie to me, everybody knows.
Yeah, so that's how you feel.
I think if I saw something that I didn't like in my partner's phone, I don't know if I could ever forget it.
Yeah, but what does that mean? Okay, if you saw flirty chat, is that enough to? Because sometimes the things you say you'd break up with Charlotte for, I'm like, would you really? Like
what?
Like, you look great today in the office.
I'm not lying when if I said that to her.
No, if a guy said that to her.
Oh, a guy has said that to her and bought her flowers.
Really?
Yeah.
Did she accept the flowers?
Well, he sent them to her desk, but she knew that he sent them, but he denied he sent them. But it was because she rung up the company and said, "Who sent them?" And then they said, "We're not going to tell you." And she goes, "If you don't tell me, I'm going to kill myself." And then they told her, and then it was him.
Really?
Yeah.
You and Charlotte like to use that "kill yourself" a lot, don't you?
Well, it's
the get out of jail free card,
isn't it? It's the best
isn't it?
thing to use in nowadays world because everyone there. Oh, what are they like? That is the best excuse. Like Charlotte had the
Why did she have to know so badly?
Because he was being creepy. He was being a bit creepy, and he did something else. He was kind of like her boss or something, but he was being a bit creepy.
That's so weird.
Yeah,
Sunflowers and not let them know who he's from.
No, but he was kind of a weird guy, I think, because like he was one of these guys that who has a receding hairline.
Mm.
Yeah, but not like receding here. It receded like, oh, we're gonna keep going the whole way. Like the whole hairline is gonna recede.
Yeah,
and it stopped here, and he would leave it to grow.
I don't know. You know what? That's
cool, man.
No. That scares me.
Yeah, because he knows.
Because I'm looking at it, I'm like, do you realize? And I'm like, if you don't realize,
no, you must realize.
Am I susceptible to that? Like, nah, it's okay. It's okay. You can see it from the back. It makes me think. Look at that's what I would do. I don't look at people like they're stupid. I look at people like, maybe am I in that position? Like, I think it's okay. And then I'm like,
it looks like someone's held it there and they've gone.
There was a guy at McDonald's.
And it's stuck back there.
There was a guy at McDonald's. There's a guy at McDonald's, yeah? And he came out. You know they make you park up, yeah? And he came and the wind was blowing and his hair was going back here. You know, like the hair, they grow it long and then put it to the front. Like in normal conditions, it looks fine because it's like the hair comes down. Yeah. But the wind was blowing so much, it was going back here like that. And I'm like, come on, man.
Yeah, shave it.
Just shave it.
Shave the head. He does shave it, but he shaves it like a number 4. So it's like
So it sticks up at the back.
Yeah. So he's kind of a weird guy. So he bought her flowers and stuff. Charlotte found that was creepy. And he's lying. She was like, did you buy these flowers and stuff? And chocolates? Like, flowers and chocolates is like a sexual advance, in my opinion.
Yeah, I know a girl who's like, they left chocolates under her car. Oh. And the message there, like, left. And I'm like, but what's going on with these guys, man?
No. And like, a cat was under my car the other day.
Okay, that's
No, I thought I didn't think.
This is change subject.
No, I know, but I just had to bring that up because there was a cat lying under my car.
Yeah,
it was tucked in right under the front wheel.
Yeah,
and luckily I saw it. But like, so I went over to it. Hey, and then like I'm going like that, right? And like they see me open the car, yeah. And then like I'm going like that. So, but he moved, but he moved to like the front of the car, right? So I'm like, I can't move the car. So I'm like going, hey. But I had a bag in my hand, like that, like because I had a backpack on, a big backpack, and I'm going, hey. And someone came out of the house and was like, hey, that's my cat. Hey, and I'm like, hey. Hey, that's my cat.
Do you know what?
They thought I was trying to steal the cat.
Do you know what's so weird?
But I'm like,
I was in the supermarket the other day, and I heard, like, I saw this little kid. She must have been like 3 or 4.
Yeah,
just walking on her own, and then I heard some guy scream like, Matilda.
yeah.
And she's just like, I'm like, I'm about to say, like, I was gonna like grab her, like, hey. I was like, no.
Yeah.
No. And I was like, he's like, Matilda. You hear the voice getting more and more frantic, and she's not paying attention.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, what do I into? And I'm like,
no, you need to go. Are you Matilda? Hey, Matilda.
I was gonna shout out, Matilda's here.
Yeah.
And then I'm like,
but what if it isn't Matilda? That's the problem. Then you're just
point out someone else's kid. Hey, that's not Matilda.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, what are you doing? Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry, I thought it was Matilda.
I had that where we went to the farm, Christmas tree farm, and it was me and Charlotte and Owen, and Owen's loving it. And there's this young boy, he's about 5, and he was bawling his eyes out. And, you know, we're in a little section where the guinea pigs are.
Yeah.
So it's like a small section.
Yeah.
So there's everyone crowded in the room, and he's crying his eyes out. I said, hey, little guy, you all right? And he was like, I don't know where my family is. Right? He's crying. And I said, hey, don't worry. And I just looked up, and the dad's just looking at me. And I'm like, is he yours?
Yeah.
And the dad was like, yeah, it's fine. And I was like, okay, I was just trying to help, buddy. But I think the dad thought like, oh, you're going to touch my son?
And he was waiting to see.
Well, I don't know, but
like a dad, like
no, but he was just watching. No, I don't know whether I looked up.
No dad waits to see if someone's gonna touch their son.
I just like because I looked up. I'm like, he's looking at me. I'm like, oh, is he yours?
He's looking at you. Like, you part of the grooming gang.
No, but you know, I felt bad for the kid. But you have to tell the kid because the kid is obviously, you know, they're so scared, man. He was crying. I'm like, hey, it's all right,
what do you mean he doesn't know where his family is if his dad's behind him?
He was right. The dad. I felt like going, look, what are you crying for? Your dad's
yeah. He whispers, that's my stepdad, and he doesn't like that. Do you know what I mean? You never know.
But the dad was right there.
Do you know what the biggest threat to a child is? Yeah, they say. I can't remember the saying out there. They broke it down. But one of the biggest threats to a kid is having a step parent.
Yeah, I know that. Because, like, I know that, like, my sister's in a relationship, and it's like, oh, I know, like, it's just can be toxic, man.
They call it the Cinderella effect or something like that. I've got a book on it. I haven't read it yet.
It's weak men at the end of the day. These are weak men. That's all it is. Like, I was down Bromley High Street, yeah? And I was having lunch with Charlotte, and, well, basically, Charlotte, you know, pulled a sickie today. Migraine. So I had to give her a good saying to. So I gave her an absolutely good Rapunzeling.
Why Rapunzeling?
Because it was just proper, like...
Why Rapunzel? Let down your golden hair.
Is that who Rapunzel is?
Rapunzel, let down your golden hair.
All right, gave her like a good...
Who? Who are you thinking of?
I'm not thinking of anyone.
Well, you said Rapunzelin.
Like, yeah, I'm Rapunzelin her. Like, I gave her a good saying too, basically.
Why? But why Rapunzelin?
All right. What do you say? Would you say?
Java.
Yeah, that.
I know. I'm graphic. I fuck this shit out of her.
Yeah, no, we had a good time. And I cured it. I cured her migraine with my moves.
I'm not surprised. The amount you haven't given her, so the time you haven't given her something.
It was the only time because Owen's not there, so I was like, oh, this is great. So like we went to school, right? Proper gave it to her, and cured her migraine. So we went out for lunch, and there was a young girl. She must have been about 7 years old. Came running over to it. There's a corner shop beside us, right? She comes running over to the corner shop, but we're in the cafe, so we're sitting right up against the barrier to the corner shop. Comes running over. Now I'm facing the way she's running towards, so I'm like facing her. So I was like looking at her like, but she looked, there was a man walking really fast towards her. So I looked and stared as in like, what's he doing? What's he going to do? So I'm staring at the guy. And I'm proper staring because I'm like, what are you going to do, mate? Because we're having a face-off here, all right?
Was he staring back at you?
He was staring back at me. I'm like, yeah, we're having a face-off. I don't care.
Yeah.
Turns out it was her dad.
It's always worse.
I know. I was like,
No, but
it looks like I was looking, but I was looking as in...
It's always harder for the person who's walking to stare at the person who's sitting down.
Yeah, no, because I'm sitting
But you were sitting down.
I was staring because I thought, what are you going to do to her? Don't come walking after her like that. And then, but it was her dad, and I was like, oh, sorry. But then he thought I was looking to see, oh, is he with her? Because if not, I'm going to do something.
Yeah, but this is a problem. You're with a woman, so being with a woman always softens.
Yeah, but Charlotte had her back to what was going on, so it looked like I was doing it behind Charlotte's back. But, in my head, I was like, oh, he's going to, like, try and grab her. Because he was walking really... But they were just in a hurry to get her an ice cream. But in my head, I was like, oh, what's he going to do? Don't try to do anything funny business, mate. Because I'm watching you. And he was, like, watching me. And I thought, oh, you're doubling down on what you're going to do. And then it was just her dad.
How do you know it was her dad?
Because he went and put her arm around her. She was like, come on, daddy, let's get an ice cream. And I was like, oh, for f***'s sake. Next time, wait for your daddy.
Yeah, don't speed off so quickly. All right. Also wanted to talk about this, yeah. So we went to Nando's this week.
Yeah.
And
I can't. That was awkward.
Okay, so
no, Luke was. We'd just been to see a potential new studio.
What are we going to set up?
That we're going to do the podcast in because we got to get out of this place. We'd just been into London. And we go into Nando's, and the guy comes up to serve us, and Luke's ordering the food, and the guy goes to Luke, "Hello, dear sir. What can I do that for?"
Now, I'm thinking he's messing around. So I'm like, well, yes, hello, yes, nice to meet you. And we'd like to order some, and then
the guy looks at Luke like...
I'm looking at the menu.
Luke's looking at the menu, but I'm saying what's going on here. I'm like, he actually talks like this.
No,
Luke.
no, you didn't realise that's...
No, I knew, because he looked at you like... Okay, yeah. And then he went, good sir, what is your table number? And Luke's like, okay, let's see what...
It's number 5.
Yeah.
But it's going back and forth.
It's good. And I'm telling you, they kept going back and forth. But Luke thought, oh, he's continuing the joke. He's continuing the joke.
We realised he's not meant... Like, it's when it continues. And I'm like, okay, you're not stopping.
No, Luke looked down. Luke looked down at the menu. And I'm like, oh, God. Because then you went serious. Can we just have chicken fries, please?
Because I'm realising, if he's not messing around, this guy's handling my food.
Yeah.
This guy, and he thinks I'm taking a piss out of him.
And he knew. He knew you were. But I couldn't help. I don't like laughing because I don't want it to seem like we're bullying him.
Yeah.
So I put my head down. But you continued. And I was like...
I didn't realise.
So I'm pissing myself. I'm laughing.
Yeah,
and they're like...
So I've ordered my food. No, I've changed my voice back to normal. Ordered my food. Then Tumbi orders his food.
Tumbi's laughing in his face.
No, Tumbi starts ordering his food. Then he sees Pete laughing.
No, I couldn't. Did he see me laugh?
That's what made Tumbi laugh.
Did he saw me laugh?
Yeah.
Oh, Kim was funny.
Yeah.
That's what I said to her. You should have said to him, sorry, I thought you were taking the piss when you talk like that. Because, like, come on, who talks like that? That's medieval England, man.
It's how, like, yeah, you could get ahead, you could sir. And I was like,
the chicken thigh's superb choice. I was like, man, what are you? Come on,
you should have the brisket.
And then I thought, that guy is working in Nando's.
Yeah.
Like, he should be in a lawyer firm.
Like
even if he doesn't have the credentials.
Because me and Tumbi was going to make a sketch years ago, yeah? Because we're talking about the state of the world now, where someone could have, like, be really highly educated and still be in a retail job.
Yeah, because he was we have to, for this, just to build a picture in your head, he was about mid-30s?
Yeah.
40s, maybe? Receded.
Yeah.
But that could just be the hair.
Between 30s and 40s.
40s due to recession of the hairline.
Yeah.
But also skin weatherage would be probably what? Mid-30s? Late 30s?
Yeah.
Probably our age, maybe?
Yeah.
But talks like that, obviously more educated.
Yeah. But the joke me and Tumbi had years ago was that, remember your mum or dad, if you never behaved yourself, like, do you want to work in McDonald's when you're older? Do you want to work in McDonald's? And the person be like, I've got 5 degrees. Like, what are you talking about? Like, that's the truth of the matter. Like,
but that is the state of the world.
There's highly educated people who can't get good jobs.
And he was, I felt bad. That's why I said to you, go tell him you thought, look, you do speak quite, like, really, really well. It sounds like you're almost like doing a joke.
Yeah.
But you didn't say it.
No, there was a time. It was a moment when we was both at the cutlery dispenser,
and you were going to say, and you didn't say
it. But I didn't know what to say. And like,
you just have to say, look.
Wait, the problem is, I'm going to be like, yeah, man, I'm sorry about that. I thought you were joking. He's like, oh, no worry, old chap. Dead boy. Don't worry about it. That's how things go.
But he looked at me. But why did he drag me into it? I'm just watching the situation.
Because you're laughing.
I couldn't help it because you're laughing.
I didn't laugh.
You weren't, no, but you kept doing it. I was like, come on.
I kept doing it.
This is funny.
I kept on doing it up until I realised.
You realised, but that's when I laughed because you went back to normal very quickly.
Yeah.
And you stared down.
Yeah, I didn't look up. I couldn't look up. I know this. I knew this. I knew from past experience. Do not look at Pete. Do not look at Pete. I knew that.
Because I looked at you.
I knew that.
Because I looked at you.
You're trying to get eye contact with me.
I was like,
no way. No. I even looked at Tumbi. Yeah, you can order. I couldn't look because I knew if I looked at you, I would have burst out laughing.
It was funny. It was funny. So funny. Like, I was trying not to laugh, but Tumbi then burst out laughing. I was like, guys, come on, now 2 of us are laughing.
Yeah.
Now it's bullying.
I managed to keep my laughter from. I usually can't do it.
We should have said something. I should have said, guys, can we just stop the order for a second and just clarify?
And you know what happened after? I got sick after that day.
Oh, he probably put something in it. He probably dipped his knob in it. What do you mean? What do you mean he got?
I ate me well. That's the day when I got unwell.
Do you know what I do in that situation? If someone was bullying me and I'm handling their chicken, yeah, and they're bullying me like you did.
I didn't bully him.
I do that, and then I'd slice it down the chicken.
I didn't bully him.
No, you didn't. But he would have thought, oh, are they taking the? But we weren't. It was just like, I'm not joking, you lot. He was like, good day there, dear boy. What can I do you for? It was like he was putting on a voice
that was a mix of Cockney and...
Well, I can't do what he said.
But hello, yes, yeah.
Hello, dear boy.
Okay, so we're going to order the 4 chicken 5.
That's a splendid choice.
Yeah,
he was like,
it's spectacular.
And it sounded like Luke's and Pat.
Yeah, it did. But I thought he was messing around.
No, I know. And then I knew that, and I thought, no, Luke, he talks like that. I knew immediately.
No, you didn't know immediately.
No, I knew immediately.
No, you didn't know immediately.
No, I did know immediately, because I remember thinking, don't do it. When you said it, when you went, I said, no, don't do that. I thought, oh, God, he's doing the voice back. And I thought, he's going to stop there. But you did another couple of sentences, both of you.
I do that to foreign people as well, you know.
You are?
If Polish people come up to me, do you know where the place is?
No, I do that. I do that where we're speaking their accent, thinking they're going to understand me more.
No, the place is over there.
But I've seen you do that. But it does seem like you're taking the piss when you do it.
I don't mean to. I'm trying to communicate. You know where the Nando's is? The Nando's over there.
Yeah. Are you sitting over there?
Yeah.
I do that. My mum does that.
Really?
She does it with, like, like my granddad, right? Who's obviously got an Asian-y accent, Indian-y, right? I remember, no, these things like that. And I'm like, Mum, why are you doing the accent? You're Irish, man. You don't need to do the accent. No, but you come on, And then she like pauses for thought. I'm like, you don't need, you know what the words are because you speak the English language, so you don't need to. She'd be like, Christmas trees, are they?
You're like, the brain isn't the same. You're like, how do they say it? How do they say it in English? Christmas tree.
It's like, you know the language. You don't need it.
You know what?
You don't need to fake it.
We was talking about this. I was talking about this one of the Patreonies in the comments. That's what thing is why I don't think Chris Eubanks is a great talker. Chris Eubanks Senior, because he takes so long to say his words. I like the way he speaks. It's so fluid and... No, it's not fluid at all.
It is fluid.
He doesn't speak fluidly. He takes long pauses. Listen to Chris Eubanks speak. And listen to someone who naturally speaks like that.
But he's taken his time to eloquently release the sentence.
It says to me...
Release the sentence.
It says to me that you can't say it in real time.
No.
You have to consciously think about what you're saying.
For the sake of the audience listening.
Yeah, but
he wants them to understand clarity.
Yeah, but do you think that there are people that can speak like that? Who's a great speaker?
Me.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
You think you're a great speaker?
I'm a good speaker, yeah.
What do you mean?
Ask me, what do you want me to say? I can speak.
What makes you a great speaker?
People listening. You want to listen?
What do you mean?
Eye contact.
Yeah.
I'll keep eye contact.
Yeah.
I'll speak. I'll be eloquent. Clarity. I'm a great speaker.
So by that definition, all the comedians on the circuit are great speakers then?
Yeah, but they're not funny.
Yeah, but they're all great speakers. I don't think they're all great speakers.
Name me one who can't speak.
I'm going to name.
Who were you thinking of when you dropped that?
No. All right.
Yeah, I was thinking this week, my son, who is 1 year old and 4 months or something, I don't know. He met a dog in the cafe.
Did they let the dogs in the cafe?
Yeah, they let the dog in the cafe, yeah. So he saw the dog, he met the dog. The owner was like, this is Tilly, and he's like saying hi to the dog and stuff and stroking it. Then we left the restaurant, yeah. Then about 45 minutes later, we saw the dog and the owner walking around the park, yeah. And Owen was like, waving at the dog. I was like, look, he recognizes the dog. He knows the dog.
Yeah.
So his memory's there, right?
Yeah.
Then I was like, what does he think? Because he can't speak yet. So does he think, oh, I just seen you in the cafe? That's you from the cafe. Does he think that? Because how does he think? Because if I see that dog, I'm like, oh, you're the dog from the cafe.
That's what I think about deaf people with words.
What?
What do they think? Or blind people with pictures in their mind?
Yeah, but Charlotte told me this. She goes, yeah, he thinks of the picture. And I'm like, I don't think of a picture. I think of, oh, I just seen you back in the cafe. She goes, oh, you think in words? He thinks in pictures. I think in pictures. Apparently, some people think in pictures and some people think the sentence.
Really?
Yeah, so I think
in pictures.
What you don't? When you see a dog, do you not think, I just seen you in the cafe?
One second. What do you see? DOG?
No, I think in my head, oh, that's strange. I've just seen you in the cafe. I don't think of the cafe. I'm like, oh, I know you. You're that dog from the cafe. Some people think in words. Some people think in pictures.
I think in pictures.
You think in pictures?
I think so.
So if you see that dog, what do you think?
I think back to where I saw it, where I know that dog from.
Yeah, but you thought that, didn't you? You think, oh, I think back to where I saw you.
No, I don't think. In my mind doesn't go, think back to where did you see him from?
No, but okay.
I see the dog and I'll be like, I saw that dog up the road.
Yeah, exactly. So you think, oh, I saw that dog, but you don't say it. But you go, I saw that dog up the road. But you're thinking that. So you think in words? Or do you think, because my son can't speak.
No, hold on, 1 second. So what do you think is happening? What would Charlotte think?
A picture of the dog in the cafe?
Yeah, but that's what I would think.
No, but you think of the sentence as well, don't you?
No, I'm explaining to you what I think.
Oh, in my head, I think, oh, I saw you in the cafe.
No, I don't think I'd think that. I'd just be like, my mind would be like, I recognize you from somewhere.
Yeah, exactly. But you're thinking, I recognize you from somewhere. So you're thinking words. Charlotte doesn't think that. Charlotte thinks, boom, 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 you're in the cafe. I think, I know you from somewhere. Oh, it's the cafe. I saw you in the cafe.
Yeah, but the picture has to be in there as well.
But the picture with words.
No words.
No words.
No words.
You don't talk to yourself. How do you think? I think in my voice, my accent.
Okay. I will see somebody and I'll be like, I can't place you. Where? And I think like, where do I know you from?
Yeah, exactly. So you're thinking, oh, where do I know you from?
Yeah.
Some people
but then the picture will go in my head. Boom.
No, some people just think. They're just thinking.
Are you sure about this?
Yeah, because Charlotte said some people think of pictures, some people think of words.
Yeah, I get that. But are you sure you understood what she meant by that? Because this doesn't make any sense.
100%. Because I said to her, I think in my head when I see that dog, I know that dog.
So Charlotte doesn't think I know that person from somewhere.
No, she doesn't. She thinks, boom.
So 1 second. So what if she remembers someone but she can't remember where she knows them from?
She thinks in her head, like as in scanning pictures. Like
no. Then she'll say, I remember you, but I can't remember where I know you from.
No, she'll probably think, I think I've seen that person somewhere.
So that's words.
No, but she doesn't think.
You're trying to find any way around it. You're like, she's got me.
When I asked her, she said, "I'll just take the picture."
Yeah, but I think.
So she thinks she probably thinks of like she probably thinks of the place.
Yeah, I do think of the place, but sometimes I think like, where do I know you from?
But you think of words then.
Where do I know this person from? And then my brain would be like scanning through, like, where do I know you from? Where do I know you from?
Yeah. But you're thinking, where do I know you from?
Yeah.
So some people think in words, some people think in pictures.
Maybe that's not right.
No, I think that is. Look, let's Google it, shall we?
Yeah.
Because Google knows.
Because Google knows everything, doesn't it? Maybe you said that to me.
Yeah, well, it does. Well, because everyone writes it. Do some people think in pictures? Yes, some people are visual thinkers and tend to process information and thoughts through images rather than words. This means they might see words as a series of pictures or have a stronger tendency to rely on visual representations when thinking. While not everyone is a visual thinker, it's a common style of processing information, estimated to be used by around 60 to 65% of the population.
All right, okay, so this is what I just typed into ChatGPT to break it down simply, yeah?
Yeah.
Thinking in pictures or words, meanings in simple terms. Thinking in pictures means you imagine things as images in your mind, like a movie or a photo. Thinking in words means you talk to yourself in your head using language to think.
That's what I said. So I think in my voice, I'll be like, I've seen that dog before. And I think in my accent.
If someone says apple, what do you think? And you picture a red fruit, you're thinking in pictures. If I say apple, what do you think?
No, I thought of a green one.
Okay, so you thought of a picture of an apple in your head, though.
Yeah, but if you said to me, where's an apple? I'd go, where is an apple? And then I think, what is an apple? And then I think, an apple is something you eat. Then I'll think, where can I get an apple? Oh, Tesco's.
Yeah, I don't think like that.
And then I think, how much is the apple?
So you think in words. If you hear the word apple and you think the word fruit or describe it in your mind, you're thinking in words.
If I think, what, apple?
If you hear the word apple and think the word fruit or describe
I don't think
or describe it in your mind.
No, hold on. Try me with something. Say something.
Hippo.
Yeah, I think now I'm purposely thinking of the picture because it just flashed up there. Let me try you. Sophisticated.
I thought of a guy in a jacket, like a nice jacket.
Oh, right. Yeah, but you're thinking of pictures.
Yeah.
But what if I said to you, where would I find someone sophisticated?
I thought of a palace.
But was the first thing you thought of?
No, palace. A picture of a palace showed up in my head.
A picture of a palace.
Yeah.
Okay, what about if I said to you, how do I get to the town centre?
I think of the route I'll take.
But do you not think, how would I...
No, I literally thought of walking out to the bus stop over there.
Yeah, but direct me to the town centre.
I'd think of the route I'd take. What would you think of? Direct me.
You can talk to me normally. You don't have to talk to me like I'm ChatGPT. All right, go
on. How do I get to your house from here?
Right, I just thought of what you said back to me, to myself in my head.
Did you?
I just thought, how do I get back? How do I get to the route? How do I get back to my house from here?
I think you do think in words. I think in pictures.
You think in pictures, but you subtitle it with words, right?
I don't know. I don't know if that's what it means.
Well, tell me what you're thinking.
I think of the picture. Image shows.
Yeah, but do you not think about what I've said to you?
No, I've already processed that.
How big's an apple?
That's what.
How big's an apple?
I think I see a picture of an apple.
Right.
Then I actually saw a really big apple.
Did you see? But did you think? Oh, that's big. Did you think
you
that?
really want me to think in words,
that?
Don't you?
No, but you've obviously thought it was a big apple.
Yeah, I just saw a big apple.
Right, but did you think, oh, that's a big apple? Or I've thought of a big apple?
Not straight away.
You just saw a big apple?
Yeah.
Did you go, oh, that's big?
No.
You didn't do that?
No.
Oh, so you think in pictures then? Hold on. How many percent of... what does it say about the people who think in words? Because this is interesting, because I think in words and pictures. Sometimes I talk to myself as well when I'll say my thoughts out loud.
Oh, something embarrassing happened to me the other day. I'll tell you one second.
Oh my God. I think the same thing happened to me.
No, we did it. Oh, do you know what? The biggest percentage of people that use a combination of both images and words, 18% of people thinking primarily in images, 19% predominantly in words, and 56% in both.
That's me.
What, in both?
Yeah, but you don't, because I talk about what I'm saying.
No, do you know what happened to me the other day? I had my headphones in, yeah?
Yeah.
And I was making a coffee for myself, yeah? And I can't remember, I was doing an act out of something. I do this on my own.
Oh, yeah, when you're practicing stand-up?
I do this, I've done this on my hand, and I'm like this.
I do this.
I do this. And I turn around, and my son was he was looking at me like this.
Because I do that. When you practice it, like when you're thinking of your stand-up,
but it looked really feminine. I do the job. I had my headphones on, so I didn't know.
I know.
I was like,
no.
And I you know when you turn around in the same position like this. He's like, and he just burst out laughing. He's like, "You're right, Dad. You're right, Dad."
Oh, because I do that.
It's so embarrassing.
And it's so embarrassing. I do that around the house, and Charlotte's like, "What happened?
Yeah.
What, you all right?" Or I'll do like, or like sometimes like, I'll think about something someone said to me that day, and then I'll reply to them in the mirror, as if they're right there. I'll be like, You want to have some of this?
You want some of this? Do ya?
Yeah. I'll like say what I wanted to say to them at the time. Have a bit of this if you want it.
Oh, do you know what I've been imagining? Yeah.
What?
This is a story that happened in America.
Yeah.
Over the last week, there was a black. It's not a funny story.
No, but no.
Yeah, your sister.
But I have to, because that's so true. Where you do the act.
But it was the worst act.
Visualize yourself.
Like the hands were curled up at the sides, like this, resting on the hips. Like, No, listen to this.
Oh, it's hilarious, man.
There was a guy.
Come on, man.
There was a guy that his son got killed by a police officer.
Oh, yeah.
He was shot. He was shot.
Shot dead.
And he the next day went and killed a random police officer.
Oh, it was a random one?
He wasn't the same police officer.
Oh, right, okay.
Killed a random police officer. I think he was on traffic duty or something, and he ran him over or something like that. Yeah.
Oh, that's harsh, because that guy, probably traffic cop, isn't going to get involved in any trouble.
And then he was in court, and the police was all lined up,
eyeballing him. I saw that.
And he looked him in the eye like, yeah. Yeah?
No, I saw that. It's not even funny. It's not funny, but the way they all eyeballed each other.
Yeah. And he was like, yeah?
Yeah, but that's a dad going through pain.
That's what I said to my sons. My son said, would you do that? And I had to be honest with them. I said, no, I wouldn't. Yeah?
Yeah.
Because I'll be like, if I am going to do something like that, I'm taking out at least 10.
Oh.
At least 10. I'm not doing one for one. I'm not doing one for one.
No, I'd go after the one that did the thing. I said,
I have to be honest. If I said the pain will consume me, yeah, and it's either I'm getting a load of them, if it consume me, or I'm getting someone's kid back.
Well, because I think in that situation, if it was me, I would find the one that did it, even if it was in court, and I'd somehow get a weapon in, and then I'd go bang, and I'd get him, and then when they take me into jail. You know, because obviously doing that in jail, you'd be respected. I'd walk around the jail like, yeah! What? Because now we're messing around, aren't we? We ain't messing here.
What does that
Who
mean?
wants some?
What does that mean?
Because they know, he's bad enough to like take out a cop. He's like literally done.
Pete, you're dealing with murderers who are locked up for life.
Yeah, but equally, I've gone where you lot went.
Yeah,
but I did it because I had to.
No one gives a shit about that.
No, they do. They see it as like a respect thing.
No, are you telling me?
No, I'll be like, file down my toenails. They do. They see it as a respect thing. They say,
you know what these hands can do?
In jail, they see it as a respect thing, where they're like, "Oh, he's gone there. He's like done a cop." So they'd be like, "That's guy's respect."
You know, the only bad thing I heard about the story is that the son did have a gun.
Yeah, so obviously, but it's America, so you got to play by the rules. You know what I mean?
But yeah, that had me thinking about like. Really, what they played some music as well. They played the song that I love as well, this Sam Cooke song.
Well, in court to him walking out.
No.
They give him entrance music. Jesus Christ!
The change gon' come.
Oh my God!
The change gon' come.
WWE.
Yeah, fuck me.
Oh.
Me.
What, they just put it over the song?
Yeah, for the clip.
Oh, okay.
It's sad because it's an innocent person, man. You don't want any innocent people dying, but I understand the pain of a parent, man. It's like,
yeah, I find it hard to like look at my son now and go, like, I can't think about anything bad happen because I just panic.
Yeah, you do.
It's panicky, and you really feel like, you know, when we went to look for the studio the other day. And like that guy was there and he ran in between my legs. And I thought, he's obviously scared or shy.
Yeah, he is quite scared of people, isn't he?
Yeah, he was terrified of Tumby.
He's terrified of everybody.
No, he was terrified of Tumby.
No, but he had the same money with me.
Yeah, you had to hold his hand and he had to pretend it was he thought it was my hand.
Yeah.
While I was driving.
He was like, I don't know where this third hand's come from. And why is it dark?
But he's not racist. But it seems to be...
You did think he was racist though, didn't you?
I thought at one point, he doesn't like black people. Just like his dad. No.
Yeah, and then you wonder why you get the prejudice.
No.
Only I can make these comments.
Yeah! No! Yeah! But if you can't take that, get out!
Oh, Jesus
No,
Christ.
he's not like his dad, obviously, you know, whatever. But
he's not like...
No, I mean, like, because I was worried, because I was like, is my son racist? Is my baby racist?
That's all that stuff that you type into chat GPT.
Yeah, because I don't want a racist baby. So, but he's not, he's just... I don't know. Maybe he is.
No, I don't think he
No,
is.
it's not. It's just...
You know they say all babies are racist in the beginning anyway. They favour someone who looks like their mum.
No. But Charlotte's got another friend who's...
Yeah, I know that.
Nigerian descent.
But they say that babies favour those who look like their mum.
Nigerian guy doesn't look like his mum.
No, but they favour. That's who they favour.
Oh, right, yeah.
So they favour people who look like their mum. All right, guys. We got a dilemma for you.
I've got one right here. First of all, sending my love to you and your families. I've been enjoying your content from the beginning, and honestly, you're smashing it. Thank you. I've got a horrible dilemma that I'd never imagined I'd be in. It's dead embarrassing for me to say, and I'm really scared I'll get in trouble for it, for putting it out there. So please tell me if you think I'm over-exaggerating. Also, please keep me anonymous because I comment on your videos often.
Okay.
For context, I'm a 29-year-old and my younger sisters are 18 and 21. So my mum is in her 50s, and a couple of years ago, she came out as a lesbian.
No.
Wow. Oof. Which is fine. However, she is now in a relationship with a woman and is due to get married. I am not supportive of the relationship, and the reason that my mum's girlfriend is 26 years old, I believe she was 25 when they met, I find it extremely weird. That is a bit weird.
Why?
You're going out with like a half person of yours?
Half age?
Yeah, like 50 and 25.
Yeah, but this is what I mean. You put it in it's like two women. It's like, what is the problem with it? Like, it's an adult woman.
But she's younger than her, isn't she?
Hold on, carry on. We'll talk about it. Go on.
Now, some of my family are saying that I should just be happy for my mum. But the way I see it, if it was my dad who was marrying someone my age, which would be the same math, there would be uproar. And I would feel exactly the same way I do now. See, it's different when it's a man. I also don't like the fact that she disciplines my sister. Oh, you can't. Which my mum allows.
Well, you can't have someone 7
You
years
can't
older.
have some kid telling off your adult sister. I think...
Some kid?
She's 25-year-old.
Yeah, so the daughters are 18 and 21.
Okay, yeah, but a 25-year-old, I'll be like, listen, you've got a few years advance on her. Just calm yourself down.
Yeah.
I think it's very hypocritical considering she could be their sister herself and she doesn't have any children of her own.
But sisters do tell off little sisters.
Yeah, but you have to clarify then. Are you talking in a sister way or a motherly way? Because I'm not going to take motherly advice off you.
All I'm saying is don't put your tampon down the toilet. It doesn't matter which way I'm saying it.
So, yeah. Oh, yeah, because there's a house full of women now. It's that is weird that it's just a dynamic of a house full of women.
Do you know a house full of women, their periods sync up?
No, they do that. No, they don't. They naturally do that.
What do you mean?
They're like, should we sync up our periods?
No, they don't.
But they come back.
They don't control it.
No, they do.
You can't control it. It naturally happens.
No, you
the
say,
cycle sync.
What day is your period on? Okay, I'll go and come back and we'll get on the same day.
No, they can't do that. You should.
Can't just go, oh, I'm going to make it happen on that day.
Their bodies naturally do it. They don't consciously do it. They're not like...
What do you mean naturally do it?
They're not going to be like, all right, you're on the 13th? Okay, we all meet here. Or our bodies will meet up on the 13th. Yeah?
But then how do you not... What do you do?
Their bodies...
Get a smell of that!
What do you mean? Get
a waft of that!
It doesn't happen.
How do you sync it up then?
It happens subconsciously.
No, they put it in the diary and they go, okay, let's get used to that date.
You think women do it on purpose?
They go away and come back, don't they?
No.
How do you make it sync up then?
It happens subconsciously.
They don't talk about it.
No.
Because I'm going to be honest, I can smell periods.
Yeah.
Could you know that? So if I'm in the house, I can be like, you're on your period.
Really?
Yeah, I can smell it.
Can you?
Yeah, I can smell it in a house.
I can't.
You can't smell when a woman's on her.
No, I can't. Well, I can't tell when you're
It's
on.
not
when you're on yours.
No. I can tell when you're on yours. It smells like shit.
That ain't my period, buddy.
No. But when
have you finished the dilemma?
I will finish it, but I want to finish this conversation first. When a woman is on her period, I wouldn't go, oh, you're on your period. I start to see things.
You can't say that to a woman.
What?
Who's on their period?
No.
That's insulting.
No, it's never been like that. It's been like, they've gone, okay, prove it. And then I'll go.
A woman said, prove it.
Well, I talked to a woman about it. I said, I can smell when you're on a period.
And she said, prove it.
She goes, prove it. And I went, no, you're not on yours. And then someone has gone, prove it. No, someone has gone, like, she was in obviously, she was quite different and stuff.
No, say what you was going to say. Say what you were going to say. She's in a bad mood. She's in a bad mood. You said you're in a foul mood. I can smell it in the air.
Luke,
someone's upset today.
No.
Peter, you haven't done your work.
No.
How?
No,
Oh,
I can smell it.
I haven't done my work all month, but today's the day you're going to complain about it.
I can't. I can smell
That
it.
is sexist.
No, it's not.
That is sexist.
I can't smell a man.
That is sexist.
Well, how's that sexist?
That's sexist. I can imagine that you doing that like this. I can imagine.
No, I don't make anyone feel
the sniff of truth.
No,
the sniff of truth. You're having a go. Why are you having a go at me?
No. Some. No,
I just have to rule it out.
No, sometimes I won't mention it, but in my head I'll go like if she's doing something, then I'll go.
I mean, what a fucking superpower! What a fucking superpower that is! You go to the club, you're in the club like this. Hey girl, how you doing tonight? You alright? And she's like, yeah. What you doing tonight? Nothing. See you later. Me.
No.
Hey, hey, ladies. What you like? You want a drink? Yeah. Not for me, you don't. Fucking Bloody Marys over here. Oh, me, you can smell a woman on that
smell
period.
it, yeah, but I won't bring it up. I'll just know. Oh, she's on a.
You should be in a TV show.
No, I can smell it.
Has it benefited you anyway?
Just understanding how I've.
That's so diminishing.
No, what do you mean?
Because someone comes up to you and they're like, "Look, Pete, you're not doing your work." And you're like, okay.
No.
Can we talk about this next week? Can we talk about this next? You're like, why?
No.
You just say, I have a feeling you'll be in a better mood.
No,
next week.
I don't use it against them. I'll use it to be more understanding for their benefit.
So give me an example.
So someone's come and like being really off with me.
Yeah. What'd you do? What'd you do? Come on, show me what you do. Show me what you do. So come off to you. She goes like this. Who didn't clean out their mug? Who just leaves the mug on the side? Was that you, Peter?
Stop!
You're like, wait. Do you know what? I'm not going to take the bait. You're like, are you going to take that shit from Mary? Mary's always having a go at you. No, it's okay.
I'll let it pass.
She's not herself. What a superpower that is.
No, I can smell it.
Can you?
Yeah, and some people are like, oh, you can't say that. I'm like, no, I just smell. Well, then, I don't know. I can smell it. It smells of metal.
Really?
Yeah.
You've tasted it as well, haven't you?
Yeah. In the dark.
Maybe that's what gave you the superpower. No, like Spider-Man got bit by the spider.
No, but that happens. You know when you don't like a food as well? And then you eat it, and then you're like, oh, no, I can smell that. I don't like that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but it's not like I don't like it. I'm just like, oh, that's that smell.
Really?
Yeah.
That's interesting. All right.
But anyway, oh my God, that was hilarious. Wow. Wow, that was hilarious. Sorry, everyone. Oh, where was I? Right. Oh my God, that was funny.
First, let waft, like waft her.
Oh God! Oh, bloody hell! Right. I think it's very hypocritical considering she could be their sister herself, and she doesn't have any children of her own. I've said that, haven't I?
Yeah, good.
Right. The girlfriend has also never spoke to me or even said hello, for that matter. All right, that's weird because you're like shagging my mom in a lesbian way as well.
Yeah.
Like, at least have the respect to be like, yeah, like, me and your mum have rubbed up against each other and stuff. Like, because you are like getting off with my mum.
It's a sign of respect to her partner as well.
It's like, yeah. I'm sorry, but that is a bit weird. Like, you're lesing off with my mum. Like, you could like talk to me about it and say like, oh, I'm in love with your mum.
Mm.
Am I in the wrong for not supporting this relationship? I feel like my dad is the only one who sees my side. Of course the dad would see that. Because he obviously is a bit jealous.
Jealous, yeah.
Because why couldn't you get into that when I was with you? Together. Also, don't include this part. Okay.
Okay,
yeah. No.
Do I need to see it?
Well, you can read it. Yep. Can't.
What? Also.
Yeah. You see? Yeah. Did you see that? Yeah, you can't say that. Can't say that.
Okay.
Just close it and then turn it.
What's that? Anyway. Okay. Jason Bourne.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
First of all, lesbian, 25-year-old lesbian, coming around throwing everything around the house. Don't act like that. First of all, you're young as well.
All right. Now let's go in the deep end. Yeah. I think it's true to say we are better. We are all more desirable when we are young, right? Would you say that?
But also, lesbians are. You don't really need to worry about age, kind of.
Why?
Well, because you're not going to have kids, are you?
But that's not the only reason why you're worried about age.
What?
That's not the only reason why you're worried about age.
Yeah, but you don't.
Are younger people more better looking than older people? On average,
their skin's tighter.
Yeah, and it means more to men than it does to women, though. You know that, right? What? Biologically, men are predisposed to like younger women because of signs of fertility. So I don't understand with lesbians. It's like maybe they just really like each other's personalities.
Yeah, but also, like, you couldn't get someone your own age, or is it a thing? Is it a fetish?
But why do you have to get someone your own age?
Well, I think at the age of 25, if you go old, it's a kind of like, oh, I want an old person.
Yeah, but what's wrong with it?
Nothing. But how long are we going to drag this out? To the nursing home?
Yeah, but what's wrong? That's what I mean. What's wrong? What's the problem? I don't understand the problem, yeah? If someone's 25 and they're 50, do you know what?
You're just saying this if you become 50
No.
That's why you're saying this.
If I become, hopefully I do.
Yeah, and then you want to get with a 25-year-old.
Yeah, but I'm not just saying to defend myself. I'm saying it with two women, because men are giving the dirty old man look, yeah? But it's just two women, yeah, who probably, their basis for liking each other isn't based on sexuality, right? Like it would be with a man. Man would base it on the sexual desire going with a younger woman, right?
Right.
But two women, which probably not so much, more probably personality.
Yeah, but she's telling off the younger sister. I'd be like, mate, you need to learn the ropes yourself. You're still young.
Forget that. The fact that she hasn't spoken to your oldest child is weird. Like
that's a jealousy thing. She's probably jealous. She might fancy her as well.
Yeah, I could imagine. I couldn't imagine dating somebody who doesn't get along with my children.
Yeah,
But I couldn't imagine my children having much of a say in who I date anyway.
But if your kids didn't like who you were dating, would you address it?
Yeah, it had to be addressed.
What would you say?
We have to get down to what is the problem here?
Well, just don't like her. We don't like her.
She's too young. I say you fucking.
Yeah, but what if that was the problem?
What? That she's too young?
Yeah.
None of your fucking business.
All right, but she's immature as well.
Are you dating her?
No, but she treats us like children.
No, okay, that's fine. If she's treating you badly, then I'll tell her to cut that shit, leave them alone.
Right, but she keeps doing it. You've said it already once.
Well, then there's a problem between me and her. I'm like, leave my kids alone, or there's going to be an issue.
Right, but she keeps talking to us like we're kids, Dad.
Yeah, then it would have to end the relationship then.
You would end it.
100%. I can't deal, like, I can't be stuck in a situation where if someone won't see reason, do you know what I mean? They're not being reasonable. Like, I'm telling you something and you're not getting the message. Like,
I think with these situations, it's like, I think when people fall in love, sometimes they do have clouded vision. You're saying you don't, but sometimes they have clouded vision where they're like, I don't care what anyone says. I'm staying with her because I'm never going to get another 25-year-old. So I'm going to hang on to this one no matter if she's not even talking to my kids, because I'm never getting anyone like that anymore.
Do you know what's so weird? Yeah, I
want that smooth skin.
I never think I'm so optimistic in everything. I never think like that.
I think, but the mum's 50.
Yeah.
How many more opportunities are you going to get to a 25-year-old?
Even if I'm 50, I'm never thinking like. I'm always probably to delusional. I'm probably delusional in some ways. Like I never think.
No, I'd think that. I'd be 50 and I'd be with a 25-year-old.
Would you choose her over your family?
Well, I'd be like, guys, come on. Like, I'm never going to get a 25-year-old. Smooth skin.
Yeah, but they're like, she's a bitch.
Oh, come on. Just, can you put up with it? So
do you think it's wrong for a 50-year-old to be dating a 25-year-old?
For lesbians, not really.
So you're sexist then?
What?
So you're sexist then?
For gay guys as well, I'd probably be like, is there any problem?
So really you're going with just mainstream. You're just going with what everyone else says then. Because they've got a problem with a man and a woman. So 2 lesbians is fine, 2 gay guys.
But if I look at a 50-year-old man going out with a 25-year-old woman, I'd look at the woman and go, she's got daddy issues and he's a pervert.
Why is he a pervert?
Because he's... we know what you're doing.
The women in the porn videos...
No, we know what you're doing, old man.
The women in the porn videos, how old do you think they are? That you watch?
Could be any age, really.
Any 25-year-olds in there? Any 25-year-olds in there? Huh?
Any 25-year-olds?
Yeah.
Probably.
Because you watch old and young porn, don't you? Old versus young, sorry. versus. Yeah.
No, yeah, but come on. Like, you know what I'm talking about?
What?
Do you know what I'm talking about?
What do you mean? What are you talking about?
When you go out with someone in person, I wouldn't do some of the stuff I've seen in porn as well.
Yeah. Okay. My point is this.
Like, I wouldn't eat Cocoa Pops out of a woman's ass. And I've seen that.
Have you watched
and
that?
Cheerios.
Have you? Okay, all right.
And I can't eat Cheerios anymore. Because I just think of that ass.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? Did you know Nesquik?
Yeah. What are you going to tell me? Don't put me off Nesquik.
No, the cereal.
Yeah, the balls.
Yeah. Rabbit.
Yeah.
They're taking the piss.
Yeah.
How the f*** did that go over people's heads?
Yeah.
Rabbit.
Yeah.
No, you're taking the piss. And people are like, yeah, Nesquik.
Yeah.
No, that's taking the piss.
No, it's not as bad as what I saw with the Cheerios, man.
Well, my point is this, yeah. I think when you're talking about a 25-year-old, it's like the talk I had with about Al Pacino dating the 27 or 29-year-old woman. He's in his 80s. And I'm like, who's taking advantage of who in this situation?
Well, this is what I mean. Like, I mean, if it was me, who's Al Pacino's friend, and I'm the same age, and he was going out with what was it, 27?
29, I think 29.
Like, when we're all out, and I've got and Al Pacino's how old?
80 in his 80s.
And I'm in my 80s, and I'm looking at the 29-year-old, like, want a bit of this? Because I'm thinking, you're into old guys?
Yeah.
So I'd be like, okay, he found a lucky one.
Yeah.
He found one that's into old guys. So I'd be thinking, you into this? You want a bit of this?
Yeah.
But obviously she doesn't.
No, she doesn't. She likes his stature, who he is. That's what he's based on.
But I would find that out. I'd be like, what gets you into him? Is it the looks? Are we talking looks? And if she's like, yeah, I'd be like...
Yeah, but she's always going to say looks.
But if she says that, I'll test her. You want a bit of this?
No, I don't like how you look.
Because of my money. No, you're being prejudiced. Can't do that. You have to be fair.
No, you don't have to be fair in this world.
No, but I'd ask her, are you, is it just for money then?
No, it's not. I love him.
I would get annoyed at her. I'll tell you that now.
Why?
Because I didn't get any of that. I'd be like, you didn't come for any of this? You just went for this? Do you know what I mean?
I think, yeah, is that you have to, if it makes your mum happy, you have to leave her.
No, her mum could be deluded.
But she's not, okay, she's not saying that the mum's she's taking any money off the mum.
Her mum has just become a lesbian. She's got a bit overexcited. Gone for a 25-year-old.
Yeah, but what, okay, you got to ask a question. She hasn't mentioned her mum being super wealthy or anything like that. So they're just getting with each other because they like each other.
Oh, it could be a kink.
Yeah, it could be. What's wrong with that?
Is it long term?
If you split up with Charlotte and you met a young woman, beautiful woman, yeah, and she was like, "Oh, I just want to use Pete because he's."
She said that to me.
Yeah, she said it to me. I'm like, "What are you doing with Pete?" And she's like, "I like him because he's funny, and I just want to use him because like, I'm not really into him like that, but just because he makes me laugh here and there.
Yeah.
But I don't really like him like that." I'm like, no, stop this relationship right now.
But she still likes my personality.
She just you make her laugh once in a while. What is it? 1 second. This is what I mean.
Do you make her laugh?
No.
Oh, okay. So it is just like, but does anyone make her laugh?
No, you make her laugh. I don't know.
Nobody else makes her laugh.
No.
I'd find that weird. Why don't you laugh around my friends? Like when funny. Luke making jokes, you got to laugh.
No, he's just too witty. I like the silly stuff.
Be specific. What do you like? He's just too witty. You like the silly stuff. I can be witty.
Once in a while.
Yeah.
There's a callback.
Yeah.
But listen to what I'm saying to you. If it's not a clear direct motive, as in like towards money or something like that, then I say live and let live, man.
No, I get what you're saying.
Because what you can do, this is an alternative. What you could do, you could end up splitting up their relationship,
and then the mum's angry.
No, not even your mum. Your mum's just on her own, and then you go off and live your life. Everyone goes off and live their life, and then your mum's on her own.
No, but your mum can go out. The kids are old now. You can go and find another lesbian.
Yeah, but she might not find another lesbian.
So that's what I mean. She's holding on to that 25-year-old.
She might not be holding on to the 25-year-old. They may be compatible, but she doesn't get on with everybody else.
Yes, okay. But then the behavior needs to be addressed. You'll need to have a sit down and you just say, listen, 25-year-old lesbian, you have to treat our sister with a bit of respect. Don't come in acting like you're one of the... Because you're not her parent. You're not... Even though you're sleeping with my mum, you're not on the same level as my mum.
Yeah, that's true.
Because you're not my dad.
The mum needs to have some backbone.
The mum needs to say, look, when it comes to kids, like, you need to talk to my kid first, because if we're going to have a relationship for this to work, she needs to talk to you. But also what she needs to do is stop telling them off. Like you're some adult. Because you're a 25-year-old lesbian.
If you're living in a home and you've got a problem with what the kids do, you go to the mum and let the mum talk to the kids.
You're 25 years old. You're 25. You're still a child.
Do you know, I can imagine. I want to see what the dad's like.
But the 25-year-old's probably good looking, I'm getting the sense.
I'm thinking the opposite.
Oh, because the mum might be good looking.
No.
Well, I need to see what they look like. But obviously we can't. It'd be nice.
Now kiss. now kiss. And if you want, 1 second.
Shit.
Now, dude, you could do some other stuff if you want, because I know you're not.
Oh my god!
Oh,
but does a woman not get that in her 50s?
She may not do. No, she might be.
But the young one does.
Yeah.
One-sided.
You can eat me. All mum proud. All mum proud. Do me. No, I can't.
Okay. You're on the menopause. You can lick it anytime you want.
Anytime you want. But with you, no, I can't.
Seems like I'm not going down there. Yeah.
No, I think what I do understand it may be weird to you.
No, it's hard as well because she's young. So you've got an innocent young woman, 25 and lesbian, fresh, ready to hit the ropes with your mum, but you've obviously got to.
You always take sex back to fighting, ready to hit the ropes. Get out of the corner!
And you're in a difficult position because your mum's in a position where she's not going to want to let that one go. It's a 25-year-old. She's not going to want to let it go. Young and fresh. Your mum...
I don't know if that matters that much to me.
No, the mum's taking advantage there for a bit. She's like, I'm not going to let this one go. You can talk to my family like shit. I'm never going to get anyone as smooth skin as you. And that's what her mum's thinking. Guaranteed. And the dad is probably jealous.
What's your advice to that?
My advice is you need to sit down and chat with your mum. Stop getting overexcited just because you're getting into this lesbian stuff recently and you've got a young one on your hands. All right?
You said your mum to split up with her?
No, just mum, here are a few things that need ironed out. She's talking to the younger sister like she's her parent. Let's cut that out now. She's a 25-year-old young lesbian who's come into this world and obviously wants to go at it with you, mum. Now, that doesn't give her free will to take the piss out of our sister, your daughter. Because she didn't have sex with you to have her. Someone had sex to have her. But not her parent. Her parent? Her actual parents. But she is not her parent. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, address it with your mom. Let's be all clear. There's no willy-nilly about this. She is a 25-year-old.
There's no willy at all.
She is a 25-year-old, Luke. She's unexperienced in the world. Right? You can't go acting like you're an adult.
You know what? It sounds like you're making up your own fantasy. She's young, fresh, no experience at all. And from what I can smell...
She's not on a period, no.
Let Petey Boy have a little check.
No, I'm just saying. Just stop acting like you're an adult, because you're not. Go and experience the world, young'un. What do you want to say to her?
I'd say, listen, your mum's happiness is not above you lot, but if you can't get on with her, I would say at least just, don't try and make it awkward. As long as she's not, if she's trying to boss her sisters around, just, you maybe have a conversation. You need to speak to her and let her know that, like, you're not accepting her speaking to your sisters like that. And if she refuses, because I'm assuming they all live together in one house, the mum,
it's a house full of women,
all synced up together.
No, you wouldn't want to sync up with your partner though.
I think they do. Well, the mum's out of the cycle anyway.
Yeah, involuntarily.
Yeah, it just happens.
Yeah.
But all I'm saying is that what I don't want to happen is that you end up making your mum not want to be with this woman, and then you lot all fly the coop and then fly the nest, and then your mum's left alone. Do you know what I mean? Because why I don't experience it, I do hear loneliness is really bad.
No, I get you always seem to sympathise with loneliness.
Because everyone moans about it.
But it's 2025. There's loads of lesbians out there.
Yeah, what does that mean?
Go and find another one.
Yeah, but it might not be everyone. There's not someone out there for everybody, unfortunately. That's the truth of the matter.
So you reckon she's hanging on to her regardless of how she treats her kids?
Some people. Okay, these are all adults. For one, they're all adults. These kids are all adults. Yeah. So you've got to look at it a bit like.
Yeah. Why are they all living together as well?
Why not?
Oh, I suppose the 18-year-old, but the other one?
Why not?
25 living in the house?
Why not?
Go and live with the dad, man.
You don't know their circumstances.
Well, okay. I'm just trying to make it easier on the lesbians.
Yeah. The lesbians is the girlfriends.
What?
The lesbian is the girlfriend of the mum.
Oh, sorry, the non-lesbians.
Yeah. My point is this: you just don't force your mum into a situation if you don't have to. If you couldn't, like, you know what I mean? I just feel like someone growing old alone. Why that doesn't bother me at all.
What?
Growing old alone.
I couldn't do it.
It doesn't. But
That's why I need kids. Because I need someone to look after me when I'm older.
I don't even think about that.
Would your kids, if they didn't look after you when you're older?
Do you know what's so weird? Do you know what's so funny? The son who's the least like seems concerned. Yeah, is always the one to check on me the most.
Who?
Okay, he's always the one. Like, if he doesn't see me for a little while, to phone me. Oh, what's going? You right?
Yeah. He's wrong me. He said, "Where's my dad? Where's my dad?"
Yeah. He's always the one.
Yeah,
and he seems like the most like the one who doesn't give a shit. He's always the one, and he was like that from his little baby. He's always into me more than into his mum.
I've noticed that Owen does that, but he does it. I haven't noticed. Charlotte's told me he is at a stage where when I'm there, I go, give your dad a cuddle. Nah, get away, go away. But when I'm not there, he's like,
yeah, mum say this stuff to make you feel better.
No, she took a video. I'll show you the video.
Yeah. Mum say this. That's what you done to me.
No, I'll show you the video.
No, don't show me. Don't show me. I'm joking. I'm only joking. I want to do what you done to me.
No, I thought that. I thought you're just saying that, but then she showed me a video. I was like, oh, he does. Look around. He's like, Ada. She's like, who are you looking for? Ada. And then he goes into my bedroom because I'm always sleeping, and the lights off, and she's like, Daddy's not here, and he comes out like that, like disappointed. So,
oh, where's that guy I could tell no to?
Yeah, no. But when I'm there, he like pushes me away. So that's kind of like quite nice to know that he does care.
Mm.
You know, I'd never do that, even if I was gay when I'm old.
What?
Even if I would get with a gay 25-year-old when I'm older, I'd never have him talking to Owen like.
Really?
Yeah. I tell you what, it'd be a different situation in that house.
People like, don't talk to my son. I'm a fucking yeah.
In anger.
Get in the bedroom. Get in the bedroom. Take it up the ass. How fucking they talk to my son? You come out. You come out the tub. You go to my son. That's how Ada. That's how Ada does that. Ada don't take no shit from them. Let's go down. Let's go to feet. Oh. Me.
Yeah.
Me.
There'd be two gay guys sorting it out in the bedroom. Old school.
Just working it out. Talk to my son like that, will you? Wait in the toes. Just wrestling. Just wrestling. But listen, man, just try if you can, man, to try and make peace for your mum, man, because like as you get older, the chances of finding someone slim down, man, you don't want to find the wrestling in the dark over you.
Oh God.
Where our minds go sometimes.
No, bloody hell.
But listen, all right, let's get out of it. Listen, guys.
Yo. 1 second before we go, Luke.
Yeah.
Do us a favor, sign up to Patreon. You get more of this content over there. www.patreon.com/Luke and Pete.
If you want to support your boys.
If you want to support your boys, we've got extra episodes, loads of extra content, and Patreons can get it as much as normal people can get it.
Anybody can get it.
Anybody can get it.
And listen, please, if you're listening along and you listen to all the way to the end, please hit the follow button on whatever app, if it's on Spotify, Apple Podcast, any podcast app you're listening to, please hit that follow button.
Hit the follow button, leave a comment, support your boys, and we love each and every one of you. Thank you for tuning in.
And don't worry about either of us, like, if you think that we say bad things to each other. Listen, our bond is unbreakable.
Yeah, our bond is unbreakable.
Yeah.
But do worry if you have a go.
Yeah, but I'm just saying to them, I don't think they was having a go. I think they was just noticing something.
Yeah.
But I don't think, what you got to understand with Pete is that he says
I love him and he loves me.
Yeah.
Not in a gay way. Even if it was, who's to judge?
Yeah.
And I wouldn't talk to his kids like shit if we were gay.
But we do
love each other.
I don't take.
You're not going to break this bond.
I don't take anything he says personally because I see the character of the man,
and that's what
you hear the words. Yeah,
you hear the words.
Him in the real world,
and you go to the wokeness, or how can I get offended? No, feel the connection. You get that? The soul, the body, the human spirit. You can't break that when you're friends, real friends, not taking words personally. Shame on you. Shame on you. Taking words personally like that.
He always says to say, shame on you. He says a long shame on you and a quick one. Shame on you. Yeah. Shame on you.
Don't take it personally.
But it's just guys, we get
a sign of real friendship.
Just don't worry about it.
And it's a thing you got to aim for in life. Real friends.
But listen, thank you for listening to this episode. This has been Luke and Pete.
Talking shit.
Take care, guys.